Welcome back to some more Typhon training. Today this video we're going to go and review linking case logs. So this is a feature that can be used for linking our case logs or our visits with our patients for the uses of logging and tracking our continuity of care. So this will be to be able to link an initial prenatal visit to any basic prenatal visits, the birth, and postpartum. All right, so you can do this from the assisting phase through, but it's going to be very important when you're in the management phase and you need those continuities for graduation purposes. So we're going to go through in the prior videos. We made a few case logs, and we are going to be using those three to create a link so that they are all connected. All right, so first we're going to go into the case log management section and the view edit case logs. So in this section, we're going to be able to see all of our different case logs. And if you can see here, the case logs that we made, again, the date, February 4th, 26, and this was case 1, case 2, and case 3. I did just do a brief clinical note so that we could know that this was our prenatal visit, this was our birth, and then here is our postpartum visit. So since there is no link already created, which you would see a little link icon just like this. So we're going to go through on our case 1 here and we're going to edit it. So when we are down here, we scroll all the way to the bottom and you'll see this section over here. Linked encounter. This is our encounter that we're in right now. And you'll see that there's no links and we want to create a link. If you hover over this icon here, it gives a good verbiage on explaining how we do the linking. It states if you are trying to link cases into an existing chain, always create new links from a case in the existing chain and not to a case in the existing chain. What this means is you should always press this create link button from a case that is already part of the chain we're trying to add it to, not from the case that you're wanting to add to the chain. Otherwise, it'll break the chain and you'll create a new one and it'll be confusing. So for our case right now, there is no link at all, and this will be just creating the first initial link. So this will be important on the next link that we do. So after we're done, we can go ahead, we saved our data, we're going to go over here and click Create Link. All right, so you do need to know your case number, case IDs. I know them off the top of my head because of the date range, and it's 1, 2, and 3. So for this, I'm going to click the menu, and I'm going to see that down here I have 2026 242. So here is our second case log. So we're going to create our initial link here by pressing continue. And that is linked. It lets you know here everything's good. So let's go back to view edit case logs. And now we see that that case we were just in, we now linked it to our second case. So our prenatal visit is now linked to our delivery. And you'll see that they are linked here. So, and if you click this, we'll be able to see that this case is now linked here. And you can even hover and look in this option as well. So now this is where it becomes important, because now we want to link this third to a chain that we already have going on. So remember from that blurb that it had with the linking, we don't want to link from our case that we want to add to a link. So this case, we want to add it to this link here, but we can't do it by doing it from this case. We need to link it from the existing link, if that makes sense. So this is the link we currently have, and now we want to add a third encounter to it. So we're going to go to the last encounter on that link. We're going to edit it, and we are going to create a link. So now we want to link it to February 4th, 0013. Continue. So now let's go back and look. Now they are all linked, and so now we can show linked cases. So we know 003 is linked to the 1 and 2, our prenatal and our delivery. And for each one you click, it'll just change which one is at the top. So 2 is connected to 1 and 3, etc. So you know that these three are all linked and it'll be nice for tracking. So then let's go back in here and we can actually now edit if we need to unlink or oops, that was the wrong encounter. Let me go edit it. So you can unlink simply down here by selecting which one you want to unlink it to. All right, you just click that, go back in, and now you'll see that it is unlinked. All right, we'll do that one more time. Edit the case log. We're going to go down and we're going to unlink. So now we broke those links, none of them are linked, and we are good to go here. So, and any other questions as far as linking and adding, removing joined cases, you can feel free to reach out to me and we can go over them. All right, so the next thing I did want to go over is this missing information section. This is very helpful, and if you hover to discover anything where there's a question mark, hover and it'll explain what you do in these sections. All right, so let's go back to a case log. This is for demonstration purposes. We're going to leave the age blank and leave all this blank. So we're going to scroll down, we're going to save. Okay, it's going to make me at least put the age. All right, so now we didn't put that other stuff in, so now we have missing information here and it shows you how many cases. All right, so let's click into here. And now it's going to show, okay, on this case ID, this date, that there is missing information. So you can easily click to edit it. We're going to go through, and now we have even bigger red alerts on the items that we need to adjust. All right, so you can go in and fill all that information out. I'm just collecting whatever, and let's go down and save our data. And we're going to go, it says it's been logged. Let's go back home. And now we see that we have no more missing information. All right. And the last topic we're going to go over right now is time logs. So time logs are going to be very important for tracking our hours. Our cases could be 30-minute cases, but we're at clinic a lot longer than that. So we're going to be editing all of our different time logs. Every time that you create a new case log, it automatically creates a time log if it's a different day than I'm in a time log. So it'll create an automatic time log if it's on a different day that you don't already have logged. So for instance, let's go and show you as an alert here. We created cases in the prior tutorials, so there's a time log alert. So we're going to click into my time logs and we'll see here up at the top it's missing time logs and there's 4 of them. So you would simply go ahead and click into missing time logs and we'll see that these are the 4 days, not individual case logs, but rather days that there is no time log for a case that we entered. So for our purposes of this training, we were doing February 4th. So we are going to go in and edit this. The date was February 4th. That's correct. It was in Clinic 102, Abundant Life. You can verify this. So we're going to continue through. So now we're here. Oh, I don't remember how many minutes, hours. That's okay because on the right here, other activities from this day. This is a great tool to kind of get a guideline. We're going to click this. Again, hover to discover. This will display extra rows with the raw daily totals of your patient time and preceptor consult time from your case logs, your total daily conference time from the conference logs, and a summation of all allocated time to the day for that day. This is going to specifically only take the minutes that you enter into a case log. So if you're entering just the prenatal minutes and you had 3 extra hours in clinic where you did X, Y, and Z, you'll have to manually add that in here. So click this button and we'll see now how it populated it all for us. We had 315 minutes of patient time. We had a birth, a prenatal, and a postpartum. We had 15 minutes of consult time. No conference time, no office work. So total allocated would be 330. However, I was there for another 2 hours. I was familiarizing myself with supplies and the different equipment in our equipment room. Or I was doing training on processing labs, etc. So maybe I did another 2 hours there, 120 minutes. All right, so now we have our total allocated time, and we are going to go ahead and just input that over here. So 450. All right, and then we can save this data. And now we have a pending time log once it's approved, and we can add in any additional case logs that we need. If you want to create just a new time log, maybe you didn't have any prenatal visits, maybe it was just education day, skills day with your preceptor, etc. You can add that by just selecting new time log here. This view also, you can just see all of your time logs, and you can search through different dates. You can display patient consult conference times, show attachments or notes. There is more filters you can look through. You can filter it by the course. Were we in Clinic 1, Clinic 2, etc. We can look up different hours at our different preceptor sites if we have multiples. So these filters are useful. All right, so that's a brief overview. We're going to have some more videos for all the different functions of Typhon.